Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show how to create a fully functional assembly in Onshape using 0 parts. And this is useful if you're trying to do a concept model or something like that, and basically what you do is you use sketches. So I'm going to jump right in. For example, let's just say we want to create a mechanism that uses a U-joint. So we're going to create a simple shape like this. Create another line. Let's make these two equal. Put this and this as midpoint, and I'm gonna make this construction. I call this yoke. There we go, and I am going to create a separate sketch. I'm gonna use this and create another line, make these two equal. I guess this doesn't have to be construction. And then make this, and I'm struggling a little bit with the function showing the mouse cursor here. I call that X. And that's it. Now we can actually create an assembly. I'm going to insert my whole part studio to get both parts. I'm going to fix this one, and then right off the bat I am going to create I'm going to create a copy of this one. So Control C, Control V to get a second one. And as you can see, these sketches in an assembly behave basically like regular parts. So I'm going to create a revolute mate between this and this. I'm going to create another one between this and this. And basically this gives you a U-joint. Now to create a bit of a demonstration, I'm going to create a new part studio with a few more things to play with. So I'm going to just create quickly a general layout. Let's make that 200 by 150, doesn't matter actually, let's make it construction. Rename this layout. I'm going to create a sketch on the front view. I'm just going to do a few lines. Oops. 25, 100, 100. Doesn't really matter. Obviously at this point it would all be for conceptual kind of work. So you can do what you want. And I'm going to create another one just for fun, to have something to look at. Let's make a big kind of thing. Why not? And then let's do a circular pattern of, well, everything really. 3, why not? And I'm going to call this a prop. Okay, so you might be wondering what I'm doing here, but now I'm going to create an assembly. I'm going to insert these things that we just created, and I am also going to insert an assembly, which is our U-joint. I'm going to not move anything. I am going to fix the layout and kind of drag things out of the way so we can see what's going on. And I am going to create a revolute mate between this and our layout. I am going to create a fasten mate between our crank handle and this U-joint. And I'm going to rename these so it's easy to follow. U-joint 1, crank. Is that how you spell crank? I'm not sure. Maybe not. That's how I'm spelling it today. I'm going to create another revolute between, let's say, this and this, but I do want to flip it. Yes, that is correct. And I'm going to create a fasten between this and our mock propeller. I'll add an offset so it's not right there in the way. Let's move it away. And then really the only thing I have left to do is, you can see this is behaving kind of pretty well already. But if I now add a slider mate, because I want this, I don't know what the distance is and it doesn't matter, but I want these to rotate together. I'm going to call this U-joint shaft, for example. And here is an assembly, and now if I did this correctly, I can spin this, and my U-joints are actually working as U-joints. And you should be able to see, if I do this, you can actually see that the U-joints, because they're in phase, the handle is spinning at a steady speed, but the prop is speeding up and slowing down, just like a real U-joint would. And that's basically an example of how you can create a functional assembly with 0 parts, and quite quickly. Let me know if that was helpful. Hope you enjoy, and see you next time.